So even if I chop this up into a bunch of little pieces, it's still going to be decently long. Divide this up into two.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Mess with Mopars. Darren here. So here's what's going on. Got a little Chris Bird song in the background. I'll spin around one more. So last weekend I took the power plant out. I got a video on that one. I'll have that posted tomorrow. Today is Saturday the 25th or something. It doesn't matter. So here's what we got going on. There's my teardown area. There's my engine. That's the 512 out of the Super B. So we're going to tear it down and then we're going to just lay everything out on there. So tonight I'm going to probably try and get the intake off, the valley pan out, the heads off, so then I can size, and then we can order up some pistons and rings. So
Pole Barn Garage doesn't believe that as well, so he's going to double it up. So I might be able to come home making money from duct tape drags. So it's going to be pretty.
Here we go.
I'm literally looking forward.
I know it's not perfect
Forward progress.
or ideal area, I guess. I'm not an engine builder, so I'm just going to do the best I can. Oh, there's a spider on Too Tall. There he is.
Duct tape drag shirts available.
Hello. We'll get Billy out of the way.
Junkerupgarage.com.
There you go, bud.
We're going to have these on there. We still have some minty shirts left.
We're going to do some charging while we're filming.
But
there we go.
they're actually really nice. They're screen printed. This is not vinyl, so these are actually really good. This is the prototype shirt, so this one actually is vinyl. But the actual shirts are screen printed, so they're super comfortable. All right.
We won't be doing any cleaning today. We're just going to pull everything off. We'll have a look at it. There you go. And I'm just going to try and keep everything sort of off to one side. These are all my intake bolts. Oh, there's some oil right there. Right there. Huh. Let me just get this cleaned up. Here.
Look, I restored something. Yeah.
As far as our wire looms and stuff, because we're going to change. We're going to swap out these. I'm going to swap out these with, or these with some Trick Flow 270s.
Just because you bought to pass the race does not mean you're going to be allowed to race.
So there's some oil on.
This car had a crack in the windshield. It was about, halfway across the glass. So I removed the glass and all the glasses out and had sanded and painted the dash.
We've got a bit of oil right here where intake meets the intake ports on the.
Well, it's that time of year once again. Duct Tape Drags is here, which means some of the most fun and hilarious side-by-side drag racing with some of the most hoopty cars.
Yeah, there's some oil on there.
Ever seen, as well as grudge racing, test and tune racing, the Tri-5 shootout, food, music, the legendary bonfire, the most least car show, which really is.
I'm going to pause you.
And the thing had metal flopping off of it. I built the engine in my barn. Little buck stuff.
Yeah, let's pop the valve covers off.
I'm really happy about that. But now it's $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 methanol injected motors and full tube chassis, radical frame off roads and all this stuff. And it's pretty overwhelming, and it's intimidating for someone to want to get into this early stride. Which is why I partnered with Duct Tape Drags. We have a nice great platform out of it, which is a huge, basically square. It's a non-technical platform. So some of the competitions have their technical platforms where it's like an L or a dogleg or the shape of a T or there's pits or different entries and exits. I didn't want to do that. I just want to have an open platform where junk, one-wheel peels, gutless stuff, emissions things, Sprintles, your station wagon, whatever. To come out and just have fun, have an area to let loose, see what you're able to do and not worry about getting a ticket or getting in trouble, and just see if you want to get involved in the sport. And that's what what the vice grip wrap is about. It's just having fun. It's not necessarily blowing the tires off in 45 seconds or something like that. So I would love to personally also bring some sort of, I mean, I spend so much time on the road week after 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 week, driving stuff home, doing revivals. I don't have time to necessarily do anything anymore, it seems. So the only thing I got right now is this Hemi. And it should hopefully do it now. We've got a lot of work. It's done working at 42, 4500 every month. It shuts off. There's something weird going on there. I've got to try to figure that out. The tire wheel setup here isn't going to work, and we've got skins up front, big tires in the back, it's going to push. And I don't want to really do those either. They're way too nice. And we got to do something with the exhaust. We need to apply it. We need this thing good board. We want to get her up on the RPM, sound cool, move some smoke, move some air, and all that stuff. So we're going to dig into this thing, try to get this as good as we can. And ultimately, we're going to have to take it. So I got that actual front tire right now. It's that back here, right? Now I'll take you guys with me. So let's start with the tires in the back. We've got to change that up. And I'm going to do it. So here's the 17,912 foot goal tire wheel setup here. I think we can get 2 snakes with 4 birds to play our tires on. We need some tires that we can melt down. Somebody else doesn't really matter. If we can get them hot, that's great. If not, no big deal. But I don't want these. That says racing wheel. We can reuse these. We can use the same car. So I plan on putting these on the front, actually, because the front tires are super skinny. So for brake sanding this thing, we want as much tire in the ground as possible. Plant the front, so back, so that we want the front tires. So I'm going to take these off. Hopefully they'll fit on the front. And then back here, I got on the AOL and Blake looped up some seal wheels off of a Grand Caravan or something like that. I don't know, they're $64. Hopefully they'll fit. The opposite is somewhat correct.
All right.
Is the tires. I actually got some colored smoke tires once again. It was kind of my trademark thing back in the day. And now pretty much everyone's doing it, which is awesome. But back in the day, it was super unique. It was all white smoke, and I can also lose. I can't remember what color they were. We'll figure it out. We'll open it up. Yellow or green or something. Put those on. So then we can put on a nice shell crack and open it again. And then if that fits, which is what we really, really, really need, then we're going to try to get some RPM on this thing, and then we'll move into exhaust. So kind of area that is important for fish. Here's the pine. Okay, go on. Now I gotta find a socket that'll fit in there. Others like all the fancy wheel sockets. They don't have it great. There was a lot of you that were disappointed I didn't do a burnout. I did own this. Hopefully this will make up for it. And 4 of you are going, oh, you're beating on that for a car. Have you seen the street curb takeovers or whatever they're called? Goodness gracious. That's how I put these Hemis on the chip for 19 minutes. Straight. Well, plus, if this is going on a monster truck, you gotta remember, this is a ride. It's gonna be 6,000 RPM going 12 miles an hour for 15 minutes each time. Right? That's just what it is. Kind of. What is this about now?
Okay.
Is it M&M's? Can't see.
Need to get a knife or a scraper or something.
Well, I've never seen this.
We can do something different with these valve cover gaskets. So let's do something with those right now. I'll just wipe them off a little bit. Some of that standing oil off of them.
This one. Yes. Oh, wow, that is really close to it. Is that brake line? It is a brake line right there. Hopefully this thing has body traction, huh? There's sensor wires and doodads.
Come on.
No wheel lights and hubcaps. It's got very small rubber. Belts got line flying off this tire. Alright, let me fix that. Oh yeah, there's snag on. There it is. Sure. Looks great. Got the front on. Bad news. Oh, I see that. Listen. Yeah, I just got this crazy alien looking upper control arm, swoopy. Why is that there thing? But I got enough town anyway. I got some food from holiday. Can I find space for this? We don't need much for engagement front. We don't need 2 lug nuts, to be honest. And maybe that will fit. Now, turn radius wise, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. But if they turn the circle, we get a white dash planted, I'm happy. Does this have a closing button? No. They have a line lock. I don't know. Neither anyway or we're going to use them. They got it. Yeah. Okay, we're next. So here's a little wheel spacer here. 5-6 feet thick. Let's see if we fit this line. There. We'll pretend we're not paying attention to the wrong engagement. They were just driving us around the burn out bit. Allegedly. Not terribly big, but what I was saying about this. Just stick in my... Twist it on. Break the wrist. Walk away.
Okay.
Break the wrist.
There we go.
Walk away.
Okay.
Oh, this one is backed up. There it is.
There like that.
No, it looks a little goofy, but...
We got shit all over the place.
Well, we could never do that because we kept having that same issue. And we're thinking it's either the camshaft sensor or the crank sensor. So I'm just going to replace them both and see what happens. We'll start with crank from the bottom, opposite side of the starter, get my mitts up in there. It's probably a can, get that out. We're doing that from more. It's hard to tell if it's bad or not. And stick that on under the car here. There is the sensor we're after. Right here. And there's a bolt on the bottom of that. Holds it in place. Let's see if we can get that out real quick. See nothing. This is kind of unplugged. Unplug now. Come on. Get down. Go. Get off of there.
All right, Derek.
Just monkeying around. Well, finally got her out. There was like a remove before flight tab. Pull off the side, and then there was a regular button to get it out of there. So
I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I go from the center out when I'm taking this stuff apart.
And little beat boot box things
Mostly
you know?
try and keep
Oh, we got a bonnet here. See if we can locate this ham sensor.
release pressure even.
One thing this is not lacking is wires,
So as
doodads, and whatnots.
not to bend the rods, right?
Well, I think I located it on the front cover here. And you can tell that this is the ham sensor because of the way that it is. And it says right on it, cam. You know, so let's make the assumption this is it. The weather pack seal is not so packy. Can figure out how to take this one off now. And over to that. All right. So, yep, also a pen over now. It's right next to the thermostat housing. Get it out of there, you little devil. Maybe, sort of. There we go. Okay, let's make sure this one. Yep, same harness. Take a little bit of oil off the old one. Put on the new O-ring. Snap that in place, bolt in, clip it up, and let's just hope obviously resolve the issue. I think it'll still spin the tires. I just have to be really careful not to hit that cup. You know, but if I can rev it to 6,000, like that. Right there. Okay. Then it's snapped back on. Should be complete. It does need a smidge of oil. I just checked it, probably about a quart. So we're going to throw that in. Now our home base. Oh, adapter I was talking about. Kind of using the low car transmission thingies. But I think, yeah, see if it's in there better. It goes down lane again, but restore protect 79% stronger and better protection.
Well, I think we're gonna put a little
Use the protection of the steel.
label in there. Then we'll pop the water pump off. And then hopefully that will drain the rest of the block out. Right? Because when I pop these heads off, I don't need a bunch of water going in there.
Well, as it turns out, this fancy SLP slip is just a resonator, I think. Can't really see much in there. It might sound about the same, but at least we get the wind pointed in the direction we want to go. It also turns out this whole entire system is just falling apart. It's all clamped together. So I was using the Tanya Party 100, trying to knock off the rear stuff, and everything else up here was coming apart. Tell you what, I'm lazy, but I'm not cranking my exhaust lazy. So we're going to run some welds through here, and we're also going to be sure to weld up whatever kind of configuration we come with down here. Might just leave it like that if we can't get something figured out, but whatever we do put on is going to be welded at least, so it doesn't come flying off. And hey, look, I get it. Sometimes you ain't got a welder, right? Or you find a cheap kit that just clamps together on Temu, but once you get her in there, try to track down a friend that's got a liquid maker, or swing into a muffler shop and just ask them to tack it into place. At least that way you're going to have gyps and tips going through the windscreen of the minivan. You know what I mean? I got some pieces cut there in the bender over there. I don't know, I guess 34 inches. Put a little kink in them, see where they're at. Just kind of shoot from the hip here, see what I come up with. This is a stick of pipe that was left over from that green Nova. See the paint on it? Anyway, up like that. And a little back there with the down the end. So, you know.
Well, we're pretty lucky. Them bolts are pretty loose.
Okay. It's not perfect, but
How did that
boy, this ought to do it. Now we got that wind pointing right.
Fucking water.
It should be just blowing. It should throw it out nice and high away from the car. And I'm eager to see what this sounds.
Tropical berries and citrus, they all taste good.
So
For me personally,
we'll put that like that.
this is where it's at, and that's what I've got right here. 8 to 12
And
ounces
then
of water.
we're gonna go and grab our drill bit case.
It's flexible and risk-free. You can
We're gonna
literally
take-
adjust, update, or cancel your membership at any time. AG1 Next Gen is helping to raise the standard with multiple gold standard clinical trials. There's many benefits to AG1, but for me personally, the gut health, the immune support, the energy with Alta Crash, and just the daily nutrients I get
We'll go
from
with
this
3/8.
without having to carry a duffel bag of multivitamins and everything else, just seems like a no-brainer. So if you're ready to give it a try,
We're selling all the way to 400 cubic inches, and there's a lot of power out things and whatnot. It's going to be a mess, and I'm here for it. This is going to be a blast. Let's have fun. Hey, on, guys, gotta check the track up here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's looking good. So here's how the battle of the beaters work. We want to line up cars that aren't essentially worth $5,000 or less against each other for a heads-up drag race. And it's judged by Freiberger and I. And well, we use the fans a lot as well. And it's not, for example, if you were gifted a 600 Camaro and you just put $500 in it, you show up and say, oh, yeah, what car is that? What does it actually sell in marketplace for, or what would someone actually give you for it? That's how we're judging it. This Charger over here, well, he's probably here just for the test tune race. So we're going to be going through hundreds of cars, judging them and putting them in naturally aspirated, basically a power adder group, or bogus, which means we know they're kind of fibbing, but we want to see the thing.
Okay. Organized.
Maybe that El Camino. The thing with, oh, look at the van. Wow. Anyway, there's a lot of good stuff here. This is going to be tonight. Right now, we're going to get ready for the Meister Garage. Okay, let's go talk about that. This is the Vice Grip Garage burnout
Now.
kit. A massive, almost perfect sweater.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go get my
This burnout kit,
cheat sheet for torquing these things down,
we made it non-technical.
and we're gonna loosen these off in reverse order.
Actually difficult to drive in, and it does, showcase your driving ability. But I more so want to get people involved in the sport. Just have fun. Or you got a project to just finish, or you're 18.
Yeah.
Have fun. That's what this is about. And then also why we see meters, rusted junk, one-wheel deals, rented cars, stuff.
Here it is right here. So I'm just gonna put that there, and I try to remember what these are. I think those are 11/16 and those are 9/16.
Sport. Also, there will be no professional
Nope.
judges around here at all. We don't have point systems. We don't have point deductions. We go on fun and applause. That is it. And at the end of it, I'm responsible to hand someone a really cool custom trophy.
5/8 and
I'm gonna use the crowd. We're gonna have a cheer
That's
off at the end. It should be a lot of fun. You guys can cheer along at home.
one. I think I need a bigger wrench. Two. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Done. All right. How's there? That. Now I need 5/8 inch again. We'll use the speed wrench. Over there. I'll just loose it off now. Okay, where's our hammer? Still got a couple of studs in there to hold it together. So, let's give her a pop, see what happens. Fucking water. There we go. We got some numbers. That's good. So, we need to take a picture of that, figure out what we got going on. Pin her down to the short block anyhow. That was awesome.
If my eyesight is correct, roughly at 3 miles an hour. The last year's winner won again. Turned the lights on. That is awesome. This was a lot of fun actually, and I think it's actually more fun to watch the slower cars race than all these huge, fast, 4 billion horsepower cars, but that's just me. That is going to do it for the racing of 2025 duct tape rigs, but oh, without friendly, there was a massive bonfire behind here, and that is where the party is headed next. You see everybody following over there, and that is where we're headed to have fun. Thank you guys for watching so much. Also, thanks to all of you that streamed this live on Freedom Plus. We really appreciate that as well. See you soon.
Well, there we go. Bring you guys in, have a look. Okay, we got the heads off. Everything seems to look okay. Still got a nice crosshatch in there. A little scuff on there, but I can't feel it. Oh. Guess we'll see. Right there. Might have a broken ring in there. That'll be cylinder number 4, 2, 4. A couple little scratches in there. I don't think they're too deep. Probably come out with a hone. We want it loose, a little looser anyhow, because we're going to try to run some nitrous this year. So I got to figure the numbers on these pistons and go from there. All right, thanks a lot for coming along for the ride. Have a great night, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment. What else? Go back and watch some of my old videos, and just that would really help out my algorithm and get some more views out there.
Hey guys,
All right, have a great day.